All right, folks, I feel like a kid again. I snuck into somewhere important. Eric and I standing here in the famed and venerable edifice named Pauley Pavilion, and I got to tell you, it's a long way for me, a kid, watching my first UCLA game on a grainy black and white Philco in 1973 or 74 to actually standing on the court at Pauley Pavilion.
And we will keep this fairly short today because we have a feeling at some point some security is going to run down and kick us out. There was literally a door open a crack, and we snuck in. We actually just finished taking a picture at center court as well, so this is pretty cool to be standing here at Pauley Pavilion and just looking around and just kind of taking in the history right now. This is a pretty neat experience, and just a fluke that I happen to be wearing my UCLA blue as well.
That's what they say. Is God a UCLA fan? Well, look at the color of the sky. Well, here's the other thing too, folks. The Raptors are practicing just across the way. Practice is not open
on
to
campus,
us on campus
here at UCLA,
which has given us the opportunity to walk around and to do this. And the championship banners hanging here, the sense of history, as Eric said. Nell and John Woodencourt, a guy who won NCAA championships, and that record will never be surpassed.
Well, and as for the Raptors themselves, they got to surpass the record that they've been putting up lately, obviously, as well, in terms of 4 of their last 5 in the loss column, or 5 of the last 6. And it was kind of an ugly game to be fair yesterday. And the Raptors had a lot of work to do to try and get themselves back on track, Jonesy, against the Lakers on Tuesday. Weird for the Lakers in that they've lost 3 in a row. They're coming home just for 1 before heading back out again. So all the folks that were talking about the Lakers and their early season schedule with so many home games, this is what it's like now, though, back-ended with a ton of road games. And if they're struggling right now, you know they're going to be licking their chops trying to get out of their own little funk as well. So it should be quite the battle tomorrow night. In Toronto, they've dipped Jonesy back into the team that we saw the first 20 with a lot of defensive issues right now.
Well, defense, in 5 of the last 6 games, teams have shot better than 50%. And in that one game that they did win against New York, the Knicks were still above that 45% ceiling. So there is a lot of work to be done. And it's almost like another road game, Eric, for the Lakers because they come back 4-1. They're not really, I mean, they're playing at home in a sense, but they've got to be worried about travel again. So let's see what happens on Tuesday night. And the other thing I will say is the Lakers haven't lost 4 in a row since 2007.
Okay, so we don't like the odds then.
but we do like where we're standing right here in Pauley Pavilion.
Let's go take a few more pictures here again before we get the boot or whatever. But a lot of the banners hanging up and everything, and it's just kind of, again, neat to just take in the history right here. Just kind of experience something like this.
Before they renovate it, too, we hear they're going to be making changes to this great on-campus facility. So
this is when being on the road is fun. Stuff like this.
This is what people get jealous of. We'll see you, folks.